शुरू करें? चलो शुरू। Dear students, good morning everybody. Today we shall discuss on resources and development from your geography textbook. We live on this earth and there are two types of things known as living and non-living things. In our environment, there are land, water and air. The question is resource. What is a resource? Anything that we get from the nature which is useful for us and satisfy our need is known a resource. For example, we use soil, we grow different type of crops, so then soil becomes a resource for us. In this way, there are a large number of things in nature that human being is using from ancient period. Resources are actually a function of human activities. So then we can easily give a definition of resource. Anything which we get from nature and it is useful and satisfy our needs is called resources. The resources provide us a large number of things which we use in our life. So here I have told you what is a resource. The resources are unlimited in the nature. On the other hand, a large number of things are used by human being every day. So all these things which are useful and satisfy the human needs are called resources. Here we shall discuss about types of resources. Types of resources. In types of resources, you can notice easily that we have a large number of things which we use. So at first, resources can be classified on the basis of origin. On the basis of origin, resources can be classified, can be divided into two categories. First is biotic resources. And second is abiotic resources. Biotic and abiotic. Bio means life. So those resources which we get from living thing are known as biotic resources, such as plants, trees, wildlife. These resources are known as biotic resources. The second is abiotic resources. Abiotic means non-living things. So those resources which do not have life are known as abiotic resources, such as land, water, air. So at first I have told you the classification of resources on the basis of origin. So on the basis of origins, resources can be classified into two categories. First is biotic and second is abiotic resources. The second category is on the basis of exhaustibility. On the basis of exhaustibility, you know that everything in the nature can be divided into two categories. One is exhausted in some time and other are numerous in nature. That is why they cannot be exhausted. So on the basis of exhaustibility, resources are divided into renewable, there are some resources in nature which can be renewed. A resource which is exhausted, but it can be renewed in future. Such resources are known as renewable resources, such as wind, water, wildlife, etc. These resources are known as renewable resources. But some resources are there in the nature that cannot be renewed at any cost. These resources are known as non-renewable resources. If these resources are exhausted, they cannot be renewed in future. That is why these resources are known as non-renewable resources, such as minerals, metals, fossil fuels, etc. The reason why these resources are limited, and a time will come when these resources will be exhausted and they cannot be renewed at any way. That is why this resource is known as non-renewable resources. Third is on the basis of ownership. On the basis of ownership, resources are classified: individual resources, community-owned resources, national resources, and international resources. So the first is individual resources. Resources that belong to a particular person is known as individual resources. For example, you have your own house, you have your own book, you have your own farmland, garden, etc. These things are owned by you. Nobody can use them without your permission. That is why those resources that belong to a particular person is known as individual resources. Second is community-owned resources. There are some resources which are owned by the community at a place. For example, in your village or your town, there are tanks, canals, playgrounds, parks, etc. These things are used by the people of whole community. That is why such type of resources are known as community-owned resources. Third is national resources. National resources are those resources which are owned by a country and operated by the government. For example, railway, roads, public industries, etc. are known as national resources and international resources. International resources are those resources which are owned by international community. No country can check the world to use them by other countries of the world. For example, oceans and seas. Oceans and seas are used by the countries of the world. For example, India is located near Indian Ocean and Arabian Sea. But these two water bodies are used by international community. So in the same way, the other seas and oceans are there on the globe. These seas and oceans are used by international community. That is why this type of resources is known as international resources. So on the basis of ownership, I have told you that resources are divided into 4 categories: individual resources, community-owned resources, national resources, and international resources. The next is resources on the basis of state of development. On the basis of state of development, resources are classified into four categories. First is potential resources, second is developed resources, third is stock resources, and fourth is reserve. So at first it is potential resources. In potential resources, such as wind, water, solar energy are known as potential resources. Although its quality and quantity is not fully defined, and it can be used with the help of technology. Second is developed resources. Developed resources are those resources about to which human being have knowledge. Human being have technologies. That is why there are some resources which are used by human being recklessly. That is why these resources are known as developed resources. Third is stock. These resources are present in nature, but nowadays human beings do not have enough technology to use them. Although we have a huge amount of these resources, we have a good stock, very great stock of these resources, but unfortunately human beings do not have sufficient suitable technology to use them. That is why they are known as stock. And last is reserve. There are some resources which are present abundantly in our nature, but due to lack of infrastructure, we are unable to use them. For example, we have a number of rivers and we can produce hydroelectricity that will be so enough that we cannot use them. But India is a developing country, poor country. Our infrastructure is so weak. That is why we cannot use the running water fully. So this type of resource is known as reserve. Here, I would like to tell you development of resources. Nowadays, human being is using some resources recklessly. The reckless use of resources has created a large number of problems. First is, the resources are depleting very fast. For example, we use petroleum recklessly, coal recklessly. Metal resources are also used by human being recklessly. So the reckless use of these resources, which are very common, has created a problem in our environment. The result is the environment is degrading. There is problem of pollution. On the other hand, the reckless use of resources create another problem. This problem is increasing poverty on the whole globe. You can easily notice that there are some countries which are considered developed countries. Others are developing or least developing countries. So in short, we can say reckless use of resources increase poverty. It divides the people of the world into two groups. One is poor and another is rich. The question arises, how should we use our resources? In this regard, we generally talk about sustainable development. Development is necessary for human being. We can't check the pace of development. If you want to make the human life better, if you want to make human prosperous, development is necessary. Without development, the life of human being cannot be improved. But this development should be done in such a manner where pollution and other problems would not be increased. So sustainable development, what is sustainable development? Sustainable development means development must be done in such a manner that our environment must also be saved. For example, the industries emits a lot of smokes. It causes air pollution. So regarding sustainable development, such industries are equipped so they cannot emit foul gases in our atmosphere. Our water, rivers water is also polluted, and industries play an important role in such pollution. That is why sustainable development has been introduced. For this, United Nations Conference of Environment and Development was held in 1992 at Rio de Janeiro in Brazil. In this conference, the representatives of a number of countries gathered and they discussed on sustainable development. They also discussed about reckless use of resources. They discussed on pollution, poverty, and other problems of human being. It is known as their decision. They also taken a decision, and their decision is known as Agenda 21. In this agenda, it was advised that especially developed countries must develop their industry in such a way so that the air and water can be saved from pollution. It was very important for the world so that we can save the globe from pollution, because pollution is very, very dangerous for human being. At one side, it causes a number of diseases. On the other hand, the water, the rivers water which are used by human being is also polluted. So in such a way, they also decided about resource planning. They they advised that resources must be used after making a plan. Without plan, resources should not be used. You know that there are a number of resources which are in limited supply. On the other hand, resources are also divided unequally. Resources are distributed unequally. There are some countries in the world which use enough resources, a lot of resources, but the developing or poor countries share very, very less resources than the people of developed nation. So note down some questions for your homework. What are resources? Classify the resources on the basis of ownership. What are developed resources? Explain. UNCE. That's all.